Like I mentioned earlier, it is 50% of the credits that are earned from a higher education institution will decide on which institution will be the degree awarding institution. Now, there is this confusion that's there in the mind of educators that when a learner is permitted to accumulate credit across higher education institutions, who would be the degree awarding institution? Now, this is an important catch here, that the student must earn 50% of the credits from one higher education institution. So there is a minimum of 50% credits that he or she needs to earn from one higher education institution. And so that becomes the our degree awarding institution. And the remaining 50%, the student is free to choose from multiple higher education institutions across. Now, the credits that are redeemed once cannot be reused. So once the redemption process of the credit is done, then the credits are all deleted from the bank and they cannot be reused. Like I mentioned before, NEP permits a maximum of 7 years for the break in terms of break in education, break in learning. So the the credits that are earned and stored is for a maximum of 7 years. They have a validity for a maximum of 7 years. And every academic institution will have to bring this, will have to publicize this in terms of the Gazette notification from UGC, and pass this through the academic council and the syndicate, etc., so that this becomes, a valid part of the education, of the learning process. Like I mentioned earlier, it is ABC is required not just for credits earned from other higher education institutions, but ABC is a platform that is mandatory, that is required for all the courses within the higher education institution too. Assume that a student does not take any course from any other institution except the one that he is enrolled into. Even then, ABC is a mandate. ABC is required for the student, wherein a student can have an access to all the credit trails that he or she has been having, even in the same educational institution. So it's a fallacy that it is required only for when a student is moving from one institution to another. ABC is also important for the parent institution also. And from the academic year 23 onwards, we all know that all the students who are joining the first semester need to be registered in the ABC portal, like I mentioned earlier. Admission process will have probably for the higher semester students who are in the higher semester now. From the Controller of Examination Office, we will be initiating the creation of ABC IDs, so that their credits are displayed and accumulated. But from the next academic year onwards, it's mandatory that at the entry level itself, the ABC IDs are shown. So because the use of DigiLocker is going to be important in terms of verifying the qualifying examination of the student who is coming in for admission. So with DigiLocker having, becoming a kind of an important, platform at the time of admission. So going forward, ABC would be important right from admission to the examination. Now, what is the action that all of us as higher education institutions will have to take in order to implement ABC? Now, all higher education institutions, first of all, there are two levels of registrations. First is that we enroll ourselves, we register ourselves as higher education institutions in the ABC portal. Now, the ABC portal registration can happen only after we have registered ourselves as a higher education institution in the NAD portal. So first is the creation of DigiLocker, and then the registration of the higher education institution in the NAD portal. And from the NAD, the registration happens at the ABC portal. Second thing is, it is not enough if we register ourselves as an institution, but very importantly, But very importantly, it is important that the students are made aware of the benefits of ABC and the relevance of ABC, because like I said, it is not just important for a student to who desires to accumulate credit from other institutions, but it's also important that he have a credit trail of all the credits that he or she has earned in the parent institution as well. Then we need to hyperlink the ABC portal to be created on the institution website. We need to identify ABC nodal officers who can continuously interact with the UGC personnel to take things forward. We already have, it can be the same nodal officer who is the NAD nodal officer. In fact, if you have the same nodal officer who is managing ABC, it would do a lot of good because they are interrelated. And training of staff members regarding handling of ABC cases is important. And it is mandatory for ABC ID of students in examination form and in admission forms. Like I said, in the next academic year, the student ABC ID needs to be put in the admission forms also. And for the higher semester students, it is kind of mandatory for them to enter the ABC ID, the student ABC ID number. It's a unique ID number, exactly like our Aadhaar number. So every student has one unique ABC ID that needs to go into the examination form. Okay. Now, just to show you a screenshot of how higher education institutions once, there are two images here. The one on the left is, it shows the higher education institutions registered in the NAD portal, and one on the right indicates the registration on the ABC portal.